Hey folks, I'm Sir Glory and welcome back to my playthrough of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is part 47 I believe, and we've got some good news. People seem to be flooding into our new city. Happiness is up at 62%, health is up at 82%, government loyalty is dropping, but never mind. But this is a big number, so hopefully we'll see an influx of people during the spring. I don't think anyone's here yet, no. I wouldn't expect them to be. I might actually... Yeah, let's take that off for now, just to make sure that if anybody does come into the Republic, they come and live here. I did let the game run on after the last part, and we now have our sewage disposal all set up. So we've got our outflow, we've got connecting pipe to the treatment plant, and we've only got the one sewage line coming in from here at the moment. And as you can see, our water supply is now laid out. So we've got a small water well here, water treatment plant, and then we've got two large bore pipes coming off. One serves the three areas up here, each with a small water pipe. And we've got another switch in here. So one pipe comes to this water station, substation. One will go up towards this area and a third out towards the other end of the city. Unless I end up branching one off over here somewhere, which isn't beyond the realms of possibility. I might actually like to see if I can set one up in here that would cover this area and up here, but I think that's maybe unlikely. No, in fact, yeah, I've already plumbed in a water substation here. Yeah, that's not going to go much beyond this, so I would need one. Maybe have something down in here that would stretch out to there, and then I doubt it though. Anyway, enough of that. So, oh, this is stop production again, and it's purely down to probably a lack of workers. There they go. So even with this split to send 2/3 of the workers here, the problem I think is still the issue. We've only got the one bus running out in that route, and when the bus has to go and refuel, which it probably would do down here now, it still causes that wee bit of a delay in getting workers out to replace these guys. I could potentially bump up to 30, but we've still got the problem that we don't have enough workers to fully staff everything. The number of police officers is way down. We've got no trials going on, no prisoners, because everybody left the door open. So there, we've got up to 110 now. So people are coming in, and the workers for the sewage treatment are all coming from this bus stop for the moment. In fact, there's one of the buses now. So just set up a direct line between here and the sewage station bus stop. Where are you going? Oh, you're coming round that way. Interesting. I like that. Anyway, you're off with absolutely no workers at all. Do we have anybody here? No. I'll leave that as it is. So, on the way, we've got a footpath in there for sure. I just saw somebody appear in the bus stop. We've got passengers. We don't want passengers or students or tourists. We want just workers here, please. And thank you. Let's give them a wee bit of gravel path just while I notice it. Letting people go where they want to go. I guess nobody wants to be a sewage worker. Which is a potential problem. I'm sure we'll be okay. Yes, so that's that. 111 now, so excited. what we want to do next then, I suppose, is these are nearing completion. Water quality ended up at 93. I thought I had it situated for 95, but never mind. And you will need workers when all's said and done. I think again just 5 or 10, but what we need to do first is get the piping done. So we'll start with that one obviously, and then out to here, and let's just grab that bit there. Oh yes, we've got a water pump in there. Yes, I did stick a water pump in, but these are going to need footpaths. I'm going to assign construction to here to start with. This one, okay, and then that one. You should be able to build both of those. Oh, there was a fire. Completely missed. Where was it? At the hospital. That's quite handy for the fire station. The shop's out of goods again. Anyway, I'm back to somewhere around here. And I need footpaths, don't I? Well, we can just run a footpath. Or we should be able to run a footpath. No, we can't. Seriously. There, we can there. How about over here? Let's do that because it's a wee bit shorter, and then plumb that in. I saw it. Come on, you showed me there a minute ago. There we go. Right, and then we can go back to this and get both of those assigned as well. And once they're done, then we'll get the final piece of piping installed. And that's going to require... Well, we've got the bus stop in here, and I've put it in as if we're going to use this road as the access. Obviously not. Let's lay out the road to access here. We'll start off with a wee bit straight, so that we can then get a nicer looking curve in, maybe, perhaps. Yeah, that would do. Okay, and these pipes, yeah, you do need a lot of gravel, so I'm not going to gravel up the road at the moment. We'll leave that until the piping's done. Do we have any workers here yet? None. Oh, we need chemicals as well, but that's okay. I could what sort of vehicle do we use for chemicals? It's not dry bulk. It's not an oil tank. It must be covered hull. Yes. 1.1 tons of chemicals. And how much would we need, potentially? 0.32 tons of chemicals. Is that per day? Can hold up to 4.5 tons. Okay, I'm going to get a wee truck in here. 2.4. 2.4 is probably good enough. 2 trips. 2.7. Yes, so it's cheaper. Let's take that, and then manage office tasks. Cornwall large customs house. We need to wait. Now there's a truck arrived, I think. What am I looking for here? Chemicals. Yes. Pick those up there, and then head down here. dump them off. That's okay. And I should really get another gas station out here somewhere. We'll do that eventually, maybe once we've got the oil refinery up and running and we can have it maybe supplied directly into a nice wee gas station. Okay, and I suppose this probably is not going to request any workers until it's got sewage. And does it not import sewage until we have workers? Just wondering, I would have thought at least one of those would have been up and running to start with. Piping's definitely all connected, I believe. And up here, you're operating without issues. You've got 100% sewage. And there's no other connections all the way up to there, so interesting. You've got nothing at all. So you don't have workers, you don't have, and you've got no workers, you've got chemicals. Source is not sending resource, that's the worry for me. So definitely got 100% sewage there. I'm just thinking, although we've still got trucks operating, I think, I wouldn't have thought that would prevent the sewage flowing out to the treatment plant. Which distribution, technical services office is it that supplies that area? Where's my technical services office? I put one in there. New buildings. No, it's not technical services, that's a distribution office. What did I put in my other? I put a free one in somewhere, didn't I? It's there. And of course we don't set where these trucks have to pick up from. It's the same with the water, that just it gets supplied automatically. Yeah, so I don't think the fact that these trucks are sitting idle suggests that they only would come out when there's a need. This is increasing. Do we have anything happening here yet? Still, the source is not sending resource. You're most definitely connected, as are you. Do I need to put in a water pump? I wish you could see what the contents of the pipe was. And has a worker left a sock inside his pipe or something like that that's blocking the flow? We can't click on that, no. Well, there must be. Yeah, so sewage is flowing out from there, and it's flowing to here. This is operating without issues, so why is nothing coming along here? Do I need to pump it from there? I think I'm going to assume that's what's required. So let's get rid of the pipe. Let's take it from here. Take that bit too, right. And looking for a sewage pump. There's no difference in height. Don't make this difficult for me, please. Let's try that. No, let's not try that because that's footpaths facing the wrong direction. So, you, ta-ta. Try it again. Flip it. Do this. If we can, there. And now, this is going to be a large bore pipe, I would expect. That's fine to there. That's not fine to there. Surprise. Because that's heading down, I think. Okay, let's remove more of that pipe and see if we can't run it from here along. Well, it's definitely going to run up to there. And we did have a bit of bother, if I remember, laying out this pipe. Such a pain in the ass having to relay it. There we go, that works. Maybe a bit longer than we had to, and there's the problem with the water pump, obviously, or the sewage pump. But it should be good to go now. Let's go to here. Get this pipe ready for construction, and we'll get it underway. And then we need, you need a footpath, don't you, before we can do anything. Yeah, so we'll just join you in there. And now, oops, you should be able to be constructed. There we are. Stop production, stop production, stop production, stop production. Good God. How often? No. Right, because I keep clicking on the same message, I'm not actually deleting it. Delete. Delete. I thought that was happening every week or something like that, that the heating plant was running out of workers. Right, what are we at now? 128. Absolutely bombing up. And hopefully people will use this bus stop. Go out and start working with the sewage plants soon. I suppose I've not set up work on this final piece of piping here, but work's underway there. I think this bit's done. It is. So, what next? How is sewage looking here actually? Sewage filling 11%. Is that because all that sewage poured into the soil up here when I burst the pipe? Probably. And I suppose the delay is likely to be in prefab panels as usual. We'll get there eventually. And now that that's underway, I don't want to go ahead and set up any more pipe work. What do you have available? Cranes, excavators and bulldozers. Your dumper trucks are all fully occupied. And it's a similar sort of story up here. Yeah, so they don't really have any spare capacity right now. We've got still 3,279 tonnes of trees in the forest. I wish I could see the range once you plop it down. I wish you could still see how far it'll go to harvest the trees. Still plenty of fallen logs around. let's quickly check around. We've got no professors. How many? 135 now, but how many of your people have university education? Not that many. No, not going to do any of that. Once again, we need university educated workers to educate our workers to become university educated workers. I'm going to bring in some more immigrants, experts. Let's have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And if we're going on a basis of 3 shifts per day, then that should obviously give us 12 university educated workers. And they'll primarily, hopefully, head here and here and not get on a bus. Do I have this set up to take workers? I do. Okay, well, we can live with that, I think. But, let's see. Drinking water still has poor quality. I mean, that's on its way up. It's now at 97, so that should be... I thought that was acceptable. I thought 97% and up was acceptable quality. But everybody's got access to meat. Everybody's got access to work, apart from one person that's got upset stomach. So, overall, people are happy enough. And again, it looks like every couple of months that happens. So I'm probably going to change the buses, I think. I think that there is the bus. No, that's the local bus that goes across from here to the other side of the railway tracks. Is this our bus? Workers and aggregates? Nope. Is there a bus coming out from here? No. Speedy Gonzalez there. You're gravel and wood. One of these must be workers and aggregates, and the same again. There's the bus there. How did it slip past? Yeah, so it's... And why are you taking a worker back? Okay, you've maxed out on workers this time, and you don't need that many. I'm going to bump this up again, more like that. I mean, look how quickly it runs between the two stops. It's such a short distance, and that's maybe part of the problem. If it brings out a full load of workers and doesn't top them up in between times, then when these guys all disappear quite quickly one after another, the bus, if it's off getting refuelled, that might be the problem. So you're coming out again with... Oh, you had plenty of workers there. Right, we'll leave it. It seems to be okay, and it's nowhere near winter, so we'll just pray for the best. Right, profs. 6, not so bad. We've got 4 policemen. No judges, but that's fine. Right. 60% happiness here. Only 20 were not able to study. So this is just about okay. That's 6 profs actually, but no researchers. Did we complete research? I guess we did. Advanced engineering. Yeah, let's start researching chemistry. profs, just two experts, please. And that now means that we can start producing our own components when we're set up for that. Still a long way before we get there. And I was going to check the sewage, but it's not going to be any different until this pipe's complete. And hopefully it will start sending sewage in this direction. And you are doing nothing. That's the other heating plant, which is not normally a problem, but again, that would have been down to workers because it's supplied automatically with coal from here. Well, it should be. You've got plenty of coal, and this was working fine before. I suppose it's not. Oh, there it goes. It is working. Buildings without drinking water. Right, we'll get that sorted out. He promises before long. We're going to get everything sorted out. I say that all the time. Yeah, I could throw some extra trucks in to bring water, or maybe switch this out and have one more water truck. But I think it's better just to leave it as it is. 190, look at that. People are desperate to come and live here. So we could do with 7 more folks there, 3 there, and 37 there. I wonder if folk are moving from this building to the other one. Should have checked that, stop production, just to make sure. Now this is okay, it's got plenty of coal, plenty of workers coming in. Yeah, that's all fine. %, happiness, 84% health. Yeah, but it's still this poor quality. That's going to have to change soon, I would hope. I think that's stable for now. We've got 4 profs, we've got 6 police officers. So they seem to be working out okay. How long until we get this done? Nearly finished, actually. And then it'll be the moment of truth, and what a good point that'll be to end the episode. If it ends with workers rushing out to clean the sewage. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Right. Source is still not sending resource. I'm completely confused. I don't know what's going on then. Let's double check the line just to make sure I've not screwed up there. Sewage treatment workers at this bus stop. Load not students, not passengers, not tourists, but I was loading everybody anyway. And then at the Hellas bus stop, which is that one, here we unload our workers. Save changes. Okay, are we getting any workers coming here? Doesn't look like it, does it? What a fantastic point to leave the episode, with our sewage plant still not working. We're no further forward than we were earlier on. Yeah, okay. What we will do though before we go is set up these pipes for construction. So, are they on already? I must have missed that. Somebody did that when I wasn't looking. Let's get back to here, back under the ground. Yeah, we'll select those offices. There we go. But the whole point was to get our sewage set up before we got our water set up. How is sewage looking? 69%. And out here, full here. Operating without issues, so why is there no sewage getting sent along? The bus has just left, no workers. No, it's beyond me. But if nothing else comes out of it, at least it reminds me to gravel up that bit of path. Right, totally stumped. I might let the game run for a bit and see if that resolves itself somehow. And I'll do some Google searching and try and find out why my sewage no work. But at least we've got 190, that's stalled recently. I still think we're okay. But anyway, I'm going to put in a break. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. If you have any suggestions on how to fix the sewage, put them in the comment section down below please. And I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.